Imagine you are running late for a meeting and you wish you could tell your boss, sorry, I wasn't slow, time was. Have you ever noticed how time can feel different depending on what you are doing? A boring speech might drag on forever, while an evening with friends flies by in a flash. Albert Einstein would smile and say, that's relativity. It was on 1916, March 20th, Einstein discovered the theory of general relativity. Albert Einstein once explained his mind bending theory in a delightfully simple way. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it feels like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it feels like a minute. That's relativity. In other words, time is relative, a chameleon that changes with our experience. 5 minutes can stretch painfully slow or zoom by in a blink, depending on what's happening. If you're worried this sounds like a physics lecture, don't panic. Stick with me for a couple more minutes because this moment too shall pass. Einstein's theory of general relativity revolutionized how we see time and space. He showed that time is not a rigid ticking clock in the sky, it can stretch and shrink under extreme conditions. Well, we all live in our own personal time wraps every day. Whether you are waiting for water to boil or you're watching your favorite Netflix series, the seconds refuse to march at a uniform pace. Einstein might have needed a complex math to prove it, but we already know it. Life has taught us that this moment too shall pass as it's on mysterious speed. Well, this idea of time's relativity is not just modern science, it's ancient wisdom. There is a famous story about Emperor Akbar and his witty advisor Birbal that perfectly illustrates the impermanence of our moments. Akbar challenged Birbal. Hmm, tell me something that will make a happy man sad and a sad man happy. Birbal thought for a moment. Then he handed the emperor a ring engraved with a simple phrase: this too shall pass. Akbar learned an important lesson that day. When he was jubilant, reading those words humbled him with the reminder that joy is fleeting. And when he was heartbroken or angry, the same words comfort him, reminding him that pain is not forever. In other words, every high and every low is temporary. Or, as I like to phrase it, this moment too shall pass. Um, Birbal's centuries old wisdom echoes Einstein's discovery. A medieval emperor did not need a physics degree to grasp the transience of time. He just needed a gentle reminder that change is constant. Um, we would be wise to remember that in our own lives. Just as Akbar's ring consoled and cautioned him, we too can find balance by remembering that no matter how ecstatic or agonizing a moment is, it's only a moment. It will pass. This is not a call to dismiss our feelings, but rather to embrace them fully, knowing they are part of a bigger, ever changing story. Now, you don't have to be an emperor or a scientist to witness the rubbery nature of time. Think about your own life. I'm sure you can pinpoint moments that felt endless and others that felt fleeting. For example, consider how differently the same 60 seconds can feel. First example: suppose you are waiting in a traffic jam. When you are late for an important meeting, every second crawls by and you can hear the clock tick, 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 tick. Now, another scenario: you're laughing with an old friend over a coffee and you glance at your watch and shocked that an hour has flown by. And third example: suppose you are at the gym tackling a 1 minute plank exercise. Oh boy, 60 seconds has never felt that longer. So we all been there. A 30 minutes wait at the airport security check queue feels like a day, but a week of vacation feel like a day. The clock on the wall hasn't changed the speed. We have. Our minds stretch and skews like a toffee candy. Um, on a personal note, I remember the first time I delivered a speech during my high school days. I was so nervous. My dad helped me to write the speech on a paper, and I had that in my pocket as a backup. But my palms were sweaty, my heart was racing, and that 7 minutes talk on the stage, I felt like 70 minutes uh, because I wasn't enjoying it. I was so conscious about making mistakes and my time. Now, fast forward 33 years today, I'm giving another speech, and I'm loving it. Um, and I feel engaged. I'm in the flow. So now, think of time as a river. We cannot stop it, or we cannot hold on to a single drop of water, but we can swim in it while it is there. Our life's moments, whether joyful or painful, the power lies in experiencing them fully and gracefully letting them go. As I conclude, remember, this moment too shall pass. It's a reassurance in hardship and a gentle nudge in happiness, not to take things for granted. Embrace relativity, embrace impermanence, and enjoy the ride because each moment indeed is here only for now. Thank you.